Hi, Wes Lee here with the Mesonet weather report. After spending most of the summer sweltering away in the hottest summer in the last decade, November came in refreshingly cool. This map shows how far below the November maximum air temperatures came in compared to the long-term normal. Negative numbers across the state ranging from 2 to 6 degrees. In fact, November stopped a 14-month stretch of statewide average monthly high temperatures, all coming in above the long-term average. We must go back all the way to August of last year to see the last time high temperatures averaged below normal. Since December started, temperatures have seemed to be quite variable. This long-term average chart shows we should expect highs to be around 51 degrees this time of year. To start last week, we had high temperatures reach all the way up into the low 80s in the southwest. The warmer than normal continued into Tuesday, with highs reaching the high 60s and 70s in the southern half of the state. Then midweek, the clouds seemed to lock in and rain started showing up, and most of the state came back down near the long-term normal range. Next week, the forecast map looks at least promising that the cool weather might stick around a while. Now here's Gary with a drought map showing limited improvement.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we had some lovely rainfall the last few days, but we're going to take a trip back to right before that rain fell and look at the calendar date to present period rainfall totals and all the deficits and surpluses. So let's get to that new drought monitor map, which is based on that rainfall, and see where we're at. Well, basically the same picture we've had for the last couple of weeks. A little bit of worsening out in the western panhandle, where they continue to miss out on any appreciable precipitation. We do have the same basic picture across the eastern parts of the state, where we have a very sharp gradient between the D0 or abnormally dry conditions to the D4 conditions, which is the 1 in 50 to 1 in 100 year event type of drought situation. Let's take a look at the rainfall totals for the year to date thus far, at least through early December 7th. So this is right before the rains of the last few days. We do see lots of good rainfall across east central down into southeast Oklahoma, a little bit over into south central Oklahoma. But once you go to the northwest, those values drop down quite rapidly. We go from close to 40 to 35 to 30 in central Oklahoma, and then we get right straight to the less than 20 inches as we go to the northwestern corner of the state. And then, of course, out in the panhandle, we have, in one case at Goodwell, we have 6.47 inches for the year thus far. The record lowest rainfall total anywhere in the state of Oklahoma in history is 6.53 inches from Rainier in 1956. Now, when we look at the deficits over that time frame, it's not a pretty picture. We do see lots of areas from 10 to 15 inches below normal down in southeastern up into north central Oklahoma. We do have one area of surplus, that's over in far east central Oklahoma, that has gotten continual repeated heavy rainfall events. They're about 5 to 8 inches above normal in that region. So for the calendar year to date, we look at those percent of normal rainfall numbers, and we see lots of areas in the yellow. That's less than 75% of normal. As we get up into the panhandle, it's less than 50% of normal, especially at Goodwell, at 38% of normal. We do have some areas closer to normal and even above normal as we go down into southeastern east central Oklahoma, a little bit over into west central and southwest Oklahoma. Been in all still, at least through the year, drier than normal conditions continuing. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.